Hello guys, welcome to sorry about that. Hello and welcome to another live stream here with Club Danube. Just give me a second to sort out the settings here and I'll come back to you in a minute. All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining in on this live stream. And today we'll be flying the Headwind A330 from Oman, from Muscat in Oman, and we'll be flying it to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. So it's quite noisy outside because of FS Realistic, but I hope you guys can hear me. Let me just go inside just to give an introduction on what we're doing today. I'll show you guys the scenery around the airport. We are at, I believe, OOMS, Oscar Mike Sierra, OOMS, which is SEEB International in Muscat, Oman. And we'll be flying from this very lovely airport. If you can see the scenery, very, very nice, beautiful airport. We'll be flying into OMDB that's Dubai International, and which will also have really nice scenery. I also have the Dubai skyline installed as well. So it's going to be very, very scenic. And we're flying in real time at the moment. Yes, real time live weather. So it's nighttime here in Muscat and Dubai, this part of the world. It's nighttime around 9:30, 38 p.m., somewhere there. However, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this A330 started. This is the Headwind A330. We're going to get this started from cold and dark. As you guys can see, we're going to get this started from cold and dark. Then we're going to go ahead and begin our flight. So let's just have a quick look outside to have a look at the beautiful airport and the aircraft as well. We're sporting the Oman Air livery today. So let's go ahead and have a look outside. Here we are. For those of you who just joined us, please feel free to say hello in the chats. And we are flying from Muscat to Dubai today using the A330. Very, very beautiful airport. As you guys can see, the night, it looks really, really nice. Beautiful livery as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this aircraft started from cold and dark. This will be my first flight attempting the A330 from cold and dark, so do bear with me if we do run into a bit of hiccups, but I don't expect too many problems. Anyway, let's go ahead. Okay. All right. Overhead panel, let's turn the batteries to on. Let's get the external power to on as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn on the tablet here. Have a look at I will just put the ground power unit on. Weirdly, it was available overhead, so nonetheless. Let's go ahead and get our doors, jet bridge, fuel truck, etc. to come and provide us with the essential services. We'll go outside and have a look at that right away. There we are. We can see us loading up. Cargo bays have been opened. I did request a catering truck. The catering truck is coming from the front, from the forward door. The jetway has been connected. right here. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. While these services are completing, while we complete our services here, let's go ahead and get our aircraft ready to start up at least. Ooh, nice little detail there. The lights from the ground services flashing up into the cockpit. Very nice at nighttime. I should definitely fly more at nighttime. Anyway, let's go ahead. Strobe lights to automatic. Nav and logo lights. We'll be turning on all the lights. We are flying at night, so quite noisy in here. Excuse that. Navigation lights to on. Wing lights to on. We'll turn our... oh, well, that's about it, I guess. Navigation, wing, yeah. Master a switch for the APU to on. Before we do that, let's go ahead and turn on the fuel pump for the APU to on. Let's turn the master switch to on. We can start the APU. Sorry, let me try and get some lights in here. Clearly, there we go. Much better. Get some lights. Can get some dim dome lights here as well. That's much better. Let's turn on the APU here. Okay, let's have a look. All right, our APU is booting up. It says flaps are open. Flap open, okay. That's for the APU. We have our engine temperature or APU temperature rising here. Let's go outside and have a look at our APU. There we go. We can see the heat coming off from the APU right about there. Once again, really beautiful at night, isn't it? Very, very lovely. Okay, let us continue here with our checklist. APU is ready. Let's move on. Crew oxygen supply to on. There is the crew oxygen supply. We've turned it on. Emergency exit lights to armed. We can arm our emergency exit lights. The ADIRS systems can be turned to navigation right there. You can also turn on our no smoking sign. No smoking sign. Seatbelts can remain off for the time being. Let's go ahead to our PFD and NFD and turn their brightness. Okay, brightness to max. Brightness to max. There we go. We've got our attitude indicator coming on here. It should be max. Let's just leave it there. Okay. Excellent. We have brightened up everything we need to. Do we need to brighten up our ECAM? Perhaps a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Not too much. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's continue working with the brightness. Sorry for the back and forth. Let's continue with the brightness. Let's see. ECAM brightness is good. Let's see the pedestal, anything, floodlights. These all look good. We have good visibility in the cockpit for now. Let's see the MCP. Oh, how do I reach the MCP in this? Control 1, Control 2. Ah, there it is. The MCP lights. How do I brighten up the MCP lights? That's a good question. I have no idea how to brighten the MCP lights. Well, it's not this. It's interesting. There should be a knob somewhere here. Ah, there it is. Ta-da! Found it, and why not? Actually, you know what? We don't need it to be this bright, so we'll leave it at right about there. Perfect. Let's move on to our flight control here, the McDo menu here. We'll go ahead and get our flight plan for today programmed. And today's flight plan is going to be a custom flight plan that I have programmed here. Now, I did say in my last live stream that I'll make these flight plans, which are really easy to follow, really easy to implement, no add-ons required, very, very convenient if you're trying to get a flight up and running, quite detailed as well. So very immersive, very realistic one. I mean, fairly realistic one. So I'll try and find a way to leave these flight plans for you guys to access and use as you wish. So yeah. Today I'll be using one of these custom flight plans, so let's go ahead and program that into our McDo here. Okay. Very well. FMGC. Can clear the message here. Let's go ahead and initialize. Our flight number today can be CDN1. Cost index will give it 100. Today's cruising altitude will be, excuse me while I find it. Okay. Today's cruising altitude will only be 25,000. Our flight is only an hour long today. So 25,000 negative 34 degrees Celsius. Okay, there we go. Let's continue with this. Our zero fuel weight. Can put that in. Let's put in our block fuel. Now, we have 79,000 kilogram of fuel on board today, which is plenty to make the flight from Muscat to Dubai. So what we'll do, we can just divide that by 1,000. It will give us 79.1. We'll put that in here. 79.1. Right about there. Okay. Okay, everything is looking good. Let's go ahead and set our flight plan here now. Now the flight plan is already loaded into our FMC or McDo here. So if you look at it, let's have a look at our waypoints first before we delete any discontinuities. Let's go ahead and select OMS. Our departure today will be the DAPO 2S, standard instrument departure, and we'll take off from runway 08 left. All that is looking good. At our destination, our arrival today will be into Puva 5B, standard terminal arrival here. And we'll be using the 12L ILS. So brilliant, that is also set. Now let's go ahead and check our waypoints here. So these are the departure waypoints till Dapo. We don't need to worry about that. Let's move on. There's a discontinuity there. Let's see if we can clear that. Cleared. Okay, Dapok, then Degnu, then Pasov, then okay, then Puval. We go directly to Puval. Now that is a problem. We will put in two more waypoints between Pasov and Puval. So between Pasov and Puval, we're going to put in Mensa as a waypoint. Oh, sorry, I realized I tapped in Nensa. It's supposed to be Mensa as a waypoint right after Pasov. So we'll input that there. Then we have Nolsu after Mensa. So we'll also add Nolsu. Again, these are all in my little flight plan that I've created that I hope to share with you guys. I will definitely find a way to do that so you guys can use these flight plans. Okay, so Pasov, Degnu. Okay, let's start again. Dapok, Degnu, Pasov, Mensa, Nolsu, Puval, Mivur, Ovadi, Sersa, DB421, DB420, Allnet, Sogap, Pasev, DB416, DB414. We have a decel point there. DB413, Rerek, Ukrim. Oh, there's another discontinuity. We can clear that off. Ukrim, DB612, OMDB 12L, and that is the end of the plan. Brilliant. That is our flight plan for today. So I will discuss with you guys the exact distances between each waypoint as we fly, just to get the starter procedure a little quicker. So there we are. Flight plan is set up. Let's continue with our starter procedure here. Okay, let's first go to the performance, and our flap setting today will be flaps 1 for takeoff. And transition altitude, what we'll do is today we will not use a transition altitude, just to make the flight a little bit easier. Actually, you know what, we can go ahead and give us a transition altitude of 10,000 for the day. Okay, let's put in our V1, VR, and V2. So our V1 is 148, VR at 150, and V2 at 154. So 150 is the rotation speed for today. So as you can see, that is all programmed in and everything is looking very, very good. Let's go back to our legs here. We'll leave it here at our flight plan section. Okay. Let's go back to our MCP here, the control panel, and let's set our altimeter today. So we can just press B as a shortcut. If we do that, we can see that we've set the QNH today at 29.56. That is going to be the altitude for today's flight. Yeah. For our backup altimeter, yeah, it's also the same. And let's check the altimeter over here. Yeah, it's all good. Everything is set correctly. Excellent. Let's move on to the overhead panel. Seatbelt signs can be turned on. Okay. Our external power can be turned off because our APU generator is on. We can turn off the external power. You can actually go to the tablet as well and remove the ground power unit. Let's have a look at that. Our ground power unit is now leaving us as requested. Remember, the catering and the cargo loading have finished. The APU is still running and the jetway is still connected. Okay, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. External power to off is completed. Before we remove our jet bridge here, let's go ahead and see what we need to do. Anything else left for pushback? Nope, we are ready for pushback. What we'll do today is we'll use the tablet to push back, and we will push back into oh, I can't really see, it's in the dark. Okay, we'll push back right here and then we'll make a turn this way and we'll taxi out using this taxiway. We'll turn left right here this way, and we will continue on our taxi till the end of the runway here where we'll take off. So let's go ahead and begin our taxi. For that, let's remove our jet bridge. Jet bridge is being removed, as you can see. There we go. We have jet bridge being removed. Beautiful airport once again. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Okay. Let's go back inside. Get the wheel chokes and safety cones. I believe they'll remove themselves once we get the pushback. There we are. Pushback system. Let's remove our... turn on the pushback. It's called the tug. There we go. We're calling the tug. The tug is backing into connect to our nose gear here. You can remove the parking brake. Good thing we also have the diagram of the airport really, really well portrayed over here, so we can just use this to push back. We'll wait for this to connect up. We will release our parking brakes. once again, just to show us the route, show you guys the route we're taking for pushback today. We're going to push back this way, turn this way towards, well, we're basically turning towards our left, the tail to our left, and then we'll keep going forward from here. Take the left here, continue along this taxiway all the way, take a right. We're ready for takeoff over here. I nearly forgot. Let me just go ahead and inject some traffic. Excuse me for that. I forgot to inject some traffic. Let's go ahead and inject some traffic here. So we have a more immersive appearance. Just waiting for the traffic to load up before we begin our pushback, so we can have a look at the aircrafts that are loaded up. Okay. Just give me a minute here. There it is. We can start our injection. Okay. We should start seeing aircrafts any second now. There we go. Aircrafts have started showing up. We've got a couple of Oman Air over there, other aircrafts here, some Vistara, another Oman Air. Very nice, very nice. We've got traffic. Oh, another Oman Air as well. Air India here as well. Very nice, very, very nice. Anyway, let's go inside and get our pushback started. There we are. We have started our pushback and we are going back here. Go ahead and look. Meantime, let's look at that. We could get our engine started here, so let's see if we can actually get one of our engines started at least while we push back. Okay, external beacon lights to on. Fuel pumps to on.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
APU bleed to on. It's we can start the engine here. Start engine number 2 first. Let's have a look at how it's performing. Okay, engine number 2 is starting up right there. You can see the N2 start to climb here. Let's go outside and have a look. There we go. Okay, let's listen to that. Engine startup. Beautiful. Very, very nice. We've got our first engine started up. Okay. Let's go back inside and get the second engine started as well here. Okay, we've got N2 climbing, N1 is also climbing. Okay, we're still taxiing backwards, so let's just let the pushing back backwards. Let's go outside and watch the engine start up. Okay. We're approaching the taxiway, so we should begin turning our aircraft. Let's go ahead and do that using the tablet. Why not use the tablet? There we go. We can use that to turn the aircraft onto the taxiway here before we begin our taxi. Logo lights are on as well today. We're flying at night, so definitely need the logo lights to come on here. Anyway, let's continue here. Taxi is going on. Once again, if you're just joining the live stream, today we will be flying the A330 from Muscat to Dubai, and we are here at Seeb International Airport in Muscat. And from here we will be flying to OMDB. If you look around, the airport looks absolutely gorgeous at night. Look at that. Very, very lovely. And we're flying real time, real weather here, as well as some traffic injections here. So we're turning in our aircraft to taxi. We'll be using the taxiway ahead of us. We'll go straight, take a left, continue until we reach the end right here, turn right, and that is runway 08 left, where we will be taking off from today. All right, let's go ahead and end this pushback right here. Pushback off, cancel. Let's put that parking brake on. Let's remove that tug, turn that pushback system off. Okay, there we are. Parking brake is on and the tug is leaving us, as you can see. But both our engines started up. But our cabin lights are on right now. Let's actually see if we can turn that off from the tablet. I'm not sure if we can, but let's see if we can turn that off for takeoff. Anyway, services, fuel, payload. We have plenty of fuel today. That's a good thing. Unfortunately, I don't think we can load the lights today. Can't seem to find where the lighting is. Anyway, never mind that. Never mind the lighting. Find it someplace, I believe. We'll find it someplace. Aircraft options. Let's see. Where are the lighting? Oh my goodness. Cannot find the lighting. Okay, we'll not spend too much time on that. We can just go ahead and turn off. Let's go ahead and check the weather in OOMS before we actually decide to taxi. Okay, 9 knot wind, 30 degrees. How about OMDB? 39 degrees. Oof, it's very hot, which I can attest to. I am in Dubai right now. So, yep, it is 39 degrees, 10 knots, crosswind. Oh, just wind, sorry, my bad. 10 knots, 9 knots here, air pressure given. Excellent. Let's just turn off the tablet because we won't be needing it for now. So let's just turn this off, save the battery on the tablet, I believe. We can continue our taxi, and while we taxi, we can continue to monitor our checklist. We can turn off the APU bleed now. We can also turn off our APU as well. If we look here, we can turn off the APU. The APU is still giving out some heat, but it should go out any second. And yeah, we'll double confirm to make sure that the APU is off. Let's go inside, check that the APU is actually shutting down. Let's see, APU is shutting down. Oh, it's still on 100%, but that's interesting. Thought I turned this off. Master switch is off. Yep, it should be off now. Hopefully the temperature drops. We'll find out. Anyway, that's that. Let's go ahead and check on our controls here. Flight controls are looking good. Okay, we have flight controls. Without taking any more time here, let's just go ahead and taxi. Parking brakes to off, and we'll begin our taxi here. Okay, we have begun our taxi here. Okay, flaps to takeoff position. We can do that in a bit. After we make this turn, we can turn our flaps to our takeoff position. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. We will now be taxiing. There is a delay between the between when you input the control and when the nose gear actually turns. I believe it's called a lag with the servo. That's one of the things to be mindful of. Looking very nice here at the taxi. I admit I cannot see where I'm going, but looking very nice. Let's have a look at the aircraft that I touched. Nice. It's another A330, I believe. Brilliant. Okay, we are off the center line anyway. Let's go ahead and set our takeoff's flaps. The servo delay is quite annoying. But okay. Actually, we forgot to turn off our ignition. Let's just set that now. TCAS is on standby for now. Yeah. Our cabin has been checked. Let's do our auto brakes. Where are the auto brakes? Auto brakes set to max. Takeoff configurations already set, and we don't need to worry about that. We're not gonna worry about any of the other items here. We're not going to arm these spoilers today. Let's just go ahead and okay, we are taxiing on to the end of runway 08 left. Whilst we do that, we can go ahead and set our initial climb out altitude here to 10,000, and then once we climb out to 10,000, we will manage the altitude from there. Once we reach 10,000, we'll turn off our landing lights, perform a few checklist items if there are, and then we'll proceed to our cruising altitude of 25,000 today. Let's continue our taxi here towards the very end. Excellent. Excellent. I hope our taxi lights are on. Well, they're on now. Set this light right away to takeoff. We'll also turn this to takeoff. We'll also turn on our strobe lights to on, and yeah, just so we don't have to do that at the end of the runway, and we can probably have a rolling takeoff, hopefully. Landing lights are on, throttles are ready for toga. Okay, let's continue here. Okay, we have reached the end of our taxi. Let's go ahead and make the turn here. Once we make the turn, we can go ahead and have a rolling takeoff today. Let's have a look from outside. There we are, the runway is right there. Beautiful aircraft, the Oman Air livery. That's looking very, very good. Okay. We are essentially ready for takeoff, and we can proceed directly. Right after takeoff, we'll go through the flight plan as well, as promised. Okay, we're beginning the turn here. And we have engines looking good. Okay, toga. rotation. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps up. We'll fly most of the departure manually. I'll only turn on the autopilot just to show you guys the view. I'll try my best to keep flying this aircraft as manually as possible on today's flight. Okay. 1,200 and climbing. Looking good. Turn on the autopilot here just to get our TCAS up and running. Okay, TCAS has been switched on. We have auto throttle on, lever set to climb. Let's go outside and have a look at the views. Look at that, that is the airport right there, and it looks so beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And we are leaving the city of Muscat behind us. Okay. Looking very good right now. Oh, there's an aircraft right ahead of us. Never mind. Thought I turned the logo lights to on. For some reason the logo lights are not showing. Interesting. Okay, and yeah, everything is looking good. We can turn the dome lights to off. Oof, that does make it quite dark in the cockpit almost immediately. But I guess that's part of the fun. So let's actually go ahead and turn off the dome lights here. Actually, just before we turn off the dome lights, let's go ahead and turn on some lights of the pedestal here. What light is this? Pedestal lighting. Set it to 20%. Let's turn off our dome lights now. Yeah, that looks better. Definitely looks a little better. A little bit of a floodlight. We are right now in managed speed mode, managed nav mode, managed altitude. Everything is being managed by the autopilot. As you can see, thrust lever. Just need to get it to go into the speed position. Let's turn the autopilot on here. Auto throttle armed. Yep, and it will keep us at this speed of 240 or 250, I believe, until we reach 10,000 feet. Afterwards, it should automatically manage our speed here. Okay, everything is looking very, very good here. Our no smoking and seat belt lights are on. Landing light is still on, and it is all good. Very, very nice. The reflection as well over here from the McDo and the panel here. Very nice. We look off to our right, to our left, sorry. You can see the airport we took off from and the runway we took off from, as well as a beautiful reflection of the moonlight on the surface of the water that we're flying over right now. Very, very nice. In fact, I believe night flights are slightly underrated. Very nice scenery here. Look at that. I should definitely be doing more night flights. This is very enjoyable. Let me know what you guys think about night flights and whether they're enjoyable or not. Okay. That does not look right. Let's just go ahead and give it a little bit. Pedestal lighting. Maybe we can give it 20% pedestal lighting. See, this light kind of makes it too bright everywhere in the cockpit. So yeah, I think we'll leave it on for now, and during cruise we can turn this off. So actually turn down the brightness of the PFD and of the ND. Let me take you guys through the flight plan right now. So we'll move on to okay, if you guys can observe right here, we'll move on to Dapok shortly, then to Degnu, Pasov, Mensa, Nolsu. At Puval we'll be making a very interesting turn into Dubai, into our approach into Dubai. And we'll go into Mivur, Ovadi, Sarsa, and in fact, let's have a look again. Look at that. That is the turn. Then we'll go on to Mivur, go on to Ovadi, Sarsa, and if you look at that, we have an approach into Dubai that looks just like that. And this is our final that I'm going through right now, and there is our destination. So yeah, excellent. Go back to the ARC mode here. We are flying on to MS803. MS803. That is still part of the departure here. Dapok is the waypoint, the final waypoint on our departure here. So let's go and observe our altitude. Ooh, we seem to be over speeding. That's interesting. Okay, now we have the autopilot controlling the speed. Sorry about that. Should have paid more attention, I guess. Let's go ahead and turn our set it to our cruising altitude, 25,000. We can allow it to climb in a managed mode here. So the aircraft will begin the climb. And let's also go ahead and turn off our takeoff lights and landing lights to off. Runway turn-off lights can come off, obviously. And we're looking good. And the aircraft has slowed down. I forgot, in the A330 you must put the throttle to the climb detent, otherwise the auto throttle doesn't engage. That's my fault, my bad, but no harm done. Everything is being managed correctly right now. It is flying us a little slower than I would like, but perhaps once we reach higher altitudes we will reach a more desirable speed. Anyway, nothing to do for now. Let's just go outside and have a look at the views. Once again, that's the airport we took off from. And yeah, here we are. Let's go ahead and have a look at the different views that are available to us. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. If that isn't beautiful, I don't know what is. That is incredibly incredible. So, if you guys are new to the live stream, you're just joining us today, we are flying from Muscat to Dubai. We're flying using the A330, the Headwind A330. We've just finished our takeoff, our departure from Muscat. We're now climbing onto a cruising altitude of 25,000 feet. We'll be landing into Dubai on runway 12L. So yeah, please tune in, leave comments, feel free to ask questions. I am more than willing to engage with you guys. So yes, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, whatever you like, man, whatever you like. Looking forward to getting some interaction from you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, Club the Noob, my channel is called Club Danube, and in this channel we fly flight simulators effectively, especially Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We fly all sorts of aircrafts. There's plenty of jet stunt flights that on our channel, plenty of approaches, plenty of full flights as well, I believe. We also do extreme flights as well, so very varied, a very wide range of content at our channel. So please do check that out if you're new to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Let's go ahead and have a look at our views here. Ooh, very nice, very calming, very soothing here. Brilliant. There's nothing on the right side of the aircraft. Unfortunately, we're flying over the water. So let's go ahead and we'll fly on the let's see, let's have a view, look at the views on the left hand side of the aircraft. There isn't much on the right hand side, so let's see. Ah, there it is. This is Oman that we see here. Okay, let's go back inside the cockpit. Alright, we seem to be stuck at 11,000 feet right now. But I told it to go manage mode. Okay, that's interesting. For some reason our aircraft is oh sorry, it's not in manage mode. It should take us to 25,000, but I believe we forgot to set our altimeter. Okay, so that's set, and let's try again to put our manage mode here. That should begin our climb to 25,000 feet, but for some reason it actually isn't. So yeah, I believe we are under a restriction at the moment. Probably under a restriction. I'm not too sure. Yep, I believe we're under a speed and altitude restriction. Once we get past that, I believe the climb will continue. So let's see how that looks like. Let's actually see if we begin our climb once we reach the Dapok waypoint, 7 nautical miles from it. So yeah, once we reach our cruising altitude, I'll also speed up the flight a little bit so that it doesn't take too long on this live stream. Otherwise, everything is looking good. We can have a look at the weather once again at our destination. Okay, 38 degrees Celsius, 11 knots. Okay, weather is not too bad. We are reaching Dapok. Let's see if these speed restrictions allow us to climb out to our cruising altitude now. Remember, I am flying in the manage mode, so the autopilot is effectively doing everything for us at this point. Okay, we're coming on our Dapok waypoint here. Let's see. Why are we not climbing to our cruising altitude? This is interesting. The aircraft is refusing effectively to climb to our cruising altitude, although we should be climbing right now. This is interesting. This is interesting. Okay, I see. There. Once again, guys, I forgot to leave the throttle in the correct detent. My fault. Once I put it in the right detent, there we go. The autopilot has now begun climbing to our correct altitude. You're supposed to leave the throttles in the climb detent, the correct detent. Let's have a look at that. See, we're supposed to leave it in this climb detent to allow the auto throttle to take effect. Otherwise, in the Headwind A330, the autopilot, the auto throttle will not take effect. And because we did not have enough speed, the autopilot decided not to climb. Now that we have rectified that situation, the speed has climbed to 290 knots, and we also have a very nice climb going on towards our cruising altitude of 250. So we should be at our cruising altitude in no time. So yeah, let's go outside once again and enjoy the views that are available to us. Let's enjoy the views. Alright guys, behind us we can see beautiful, we can see the country, the scenery from Oman. The city is somewhere here, I believe. No, sorry, my bad. The city is somewhere here, I believe. And we've left where we took off from quite behind. And today it's a moonlit night, plenty of stars out, as you can see. Very, very beautiful. Once again, I believe that night flights are underrated on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Look at that view. I'll show you guys where we are actually flying towards. We're flying towards roughly right about there. Somewhere there, I believe. Very moonlit night once again, look at that. Nice reflections on the surface of the water. Very, very nice. I never tire about how beautiful it looks in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Once we reach our cruising altitude, we can go ahead and turn off the dome light here, make it a little darker in the cockpit, and we can effectively let the pilots go for a snooze, and I'll talk you guys through the various systems in the A330 Headwind, sorry, and we will we'll have fun that way. Anyway, once again, if you guys are joining for the first time, we are flying from Muscat to Dubai using the A330 Headwind A330 today. We are sporting the very beautiful Oman Air livery. We have completed our initial climb out, and now we are climbing onto a cruising altitude of 25,000. The autopilot is flying this aircraft for the time being. Everything is in managed mode, as you can see. The dots here represent the managed mode. And let me go outside to just show you the livery, then I'll come back into the cockpit and we'll go through the workings of the Airbus autopilot here in the A330. Absolutely incredible, if you ask me. Very, very beautiful. And yeah, please do support the channel, guys. Subscribe, please. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers. I'll continue and try my best to keep posting content for you guys on Microsoft Flight Simulator and flight simulation content. If you're an aviation enthusiast, please do subscribe to my channel. Plenty of exciting things to look forward to, and hey, support a fellow flight enthusiast. And with that, let's actually, we're making a turn here into our next waypoint. We've reached the Degner waypoint. We're going towards Pasov now. And yeah, very, very well. Okay, whilst we climb out, let me show you guys the workings of the A330 autopilot. So here we are, just to fill in the time and not get bored. Let's go ahead and I'll walk you guys through the autopilot. Here we've got the barometer, the barometric pressure knob where we can set the barometric pressure. Right now we're in standard, which is 29.92. It's often used to be above a certain altitude just to make things easier, and to make sure that all the aircrafts can also be in the same level once the transition altitude has been reached. So today our transition altitude is given as 10,000 feet, so above 10,000 feet we set our barometer to the standard mode. Once we go down below 10,000, we will turn it back into whatever the local barometric pressure is. Here we've got the various mode selectors for the display of the ND. So we've got the landing here, the VOR. I believe it's a landing, I'm not too sure. I don't know what exactly LS is for, but VOR is right here. Any nav right here. It's in the rows format, which is the circle right here. We've got the arc format here and the plan format here. Using this plan format, we can cycle through the different waypoints to have a look at what our flight actually looks like for the day. So I'll give you an example. Look at that. You can literally have a look through our flight plan. It's a very nice feature. And if we change our range, we can have a better look at our flight plan here. Look at that. See, we can go through the various waypoints on our journey today. That is, by the way, what our approach into Dubai would look like. This is OMDB runway 12 left. That is what our approach looks like, and this is our long final right here, short final about here. This is the, I believe, the Puva 5B approach into OMDB. And yes, that's correct. That is the Puva 5B approach into OMDB. Let's continue cycling through our waypoints here. Look at that. Somewhere here there seems to be some discontinuity or disconnection of some sort. When we reach there, we'll sort that out. It's not a big deal. You can just press direct to and go to the next waypoint. Not a big deal. I'll be sure to correct that error in the flight plan before posting it as well. So yeah, look at that. That's about it. So that's what the plan is for. Let's go back to the arc mode. Let's set our range to 20 nautical miles, or 40 rather, since we're still in cruise here. Actually, let's go ahead and set it to 80 here. And we can toggle terrain display right about here. There's no terrain to display right now, I believe. Never mind. Airport information here. See, we can see the various airports along the route in case we need to divert or make a landing or what have you. Waypoint information here, different waypoints. So we can program in any of these waypoints if we like, and have a look at them on the display. Let's now look at the autopilot. And right on time, because we've just reached our cruising altitude, so it's a nice time to mess around with the autopilot, show you how that works. Now the Airbus autopilot is quite different to the Boeing autopilot. Some of the knobs are the same. The altitude selector is right here. Here is where we set the altitude.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, Captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat belts clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cards shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating with the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Hey, we just had our captain announce that we have reached our cruising altitude. Excellent. Anyway, that's a really nice feature in the A330. The altitude can be set using this knob. We can select the increment of the altitude right here. Can change from metric to imperial using this button right here. Let's turn off metric for now. This is the place where we control the VS. And if you press, you can also level it off, push to level off the aircraft wherever we are. And if we come here, and we can also enter the managed mode, which on my mouse setting is if you press the right button. That is, if you push the knob towards the aircraft, it enters the managed mode for the Airbus. In that mode, the aircraft automatically controls the VS of the climb or descend depending on the required speed that has been input into the autopilot. That's effectively the altitude control section here. We've got a button here to expedite our climb or descend as required, and the approach to capture the glide slope and localizer should we need it. We also have a localizer button here anyway. Here we've got autopilot 1, autopilot 2, the auto throttle button, standard stuff. Got the heading, either to display the heading or the VS and the flight path. Now I don't really exactly, here is the heading display, and that's how it works. If we set it to flight path angle, that's what will be controlled over here, as you can see. Rather than inputting a VS, you'll input the angle at which you'd like to descend or climb. So that's what this is for. This button here is for. Here we've got the heading knob. We can select our heading, and again, if we push the knob towards the aircraft, it goes into the managed mode, which is displayed here. And if we wanted to come out of managed mode, we can pull it towards us. Then we have control, and whatever we set is what the aircraft will do. As you can see, look at that, it's turning as we set, turning to the right. Anyway, let's go ahead and set it back to manage mode. Once we set it to manage mode, the aircraft will follow the navigation here. Excellent, especially in the heading track mode, heading VS mode, my bad. Look at the track mode here. Follows a track. It's been set, I believe. I don't exactly know how track mode works, just to be honest. Now we have got the speed mode here. If we push it towards the aircraft, it goes into manage mode, where the autopilot automatically sets the speed and the auto throttle works to maintain that speed. We bring it back towards us, we can now set the speed, for example, to set 285 here. You can see the auto throttle immediately decelerating the aircraft. Or I can set, let's say, 310, and the auto throttle will accelerate, push up the throttle to reach that speed. Once we push it towards the aircraft, push the knob towards the aircraft, we hand over the control to the computers and we enter manage mode. These dots are manage mode, and the aircraft automatically selects the speed for us depending on the information in the MCDU, or the flight control computer, the FMC, whatever you like to call it. So yeah, that's effectively what the Airbus autopilot looks like. Just to give you a demonstration of the climb, let's say we climb up to 26,000 feet. We press this, we are now in managed climb, and the autopilot will automatically begin ascending the aircraft while maintaining the managed speed. Now if we come back to 25,000 and press that again, the aircraft will bring us back down. So yeah, very simple, and with Airbus there's very little to do. Once you hand over control to the aircraft, it effectively flies itself, which is very, very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and set it back into manage mode here. So we descend back. Let's also have a look at our flight plan. We are approaching Puval. At Puval we should be at 15,000 feet. So let's go ahead and set the altitude of 15,000 feet and begin our descent. As you can see, the autopilot has automatically begun our descent to 15,000 feet whilst maintaining the managed speed here. Very, very nice. If we look to our right, we are approaching Dubai. We're very near Dubai. This is the coast of the United Arab Emirates. We've reached the coast of the United Arab Emirates, and we should be able to
From
see.
the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for a ride.
Okay. We have once again begun our descent as the captain has made his announcement, as you guys have heard. Somewhere there is the airport that we are going to be landing into. We'll also have a beautiful view of Dubai as we come into land as well. So there's something to look forward to as well. Anyway, let's continue the descent here. Unfortunately, we are descending a little too slow to reach 15,000 feet at Dubai. So what we can do is let's extend our speed brakes here to help the auto throttle slow down the aircraft to the required speed of 230. If you look at the FMC, the Mach 2, my bad, 230 knots is what's required, and we are slowing it down. And we need to be at 11,000 feet according to the flight plan here on the computer, but according to the flight plan that I've drawn up, we can be up to 15,000 feet. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to make the 15,000 feet. So we're going to have to climb quite steeply through our other waypoints to make this approach. It shouldn't be a big deal. We do have quite a bit of distance, especially the approach is quite long as well. So if we look at it, we have to go this way and then turn and come back in towards the runway. So we have our we have distance. Let's see if we can let's actually see if we can manually override this and go down to about 20, maybe 2K, and we'll also extend our speed brakes to help slow down the aircraft. And we'll put our target speed at 215, just to make the auto throttle come down. So yeah, we'll descend at oh, we're descending very, very rapidly, I see. That is the TCAS because of this aircraft right here. That is the TCAS taking over. That's what you guys saw right there. So yeah, the traffic came in and the TCAS automatically climbed the aircraft for us. However, let's continue back on our descent now that let's actually go ahead and turn off the TCAS as well. We don't want any more of this. Once we we'll set traffic to standby. We'll turn off all our TCAS just to be safe, so that we don't get any more of those warnings. Anyway, see if we get any problems if we turn it to the TA mode. Actually, let's just go ahead and turn it off just to be safe. Sorry about that. Let's just put it on standby, and we'll continue our climb here. Everything is looking very, very good. Let's turn down our speed here to 220 knots. Because if we look at we're supposed to be at a speed of 210 towards. Actually, we're fine right now. Let's see where the aircraft is actually taking us. You're going to Mivur. We should be taking a turn any moment, but we don't seem to be doing that. Manage mode came off. I believe that happened during the TCAS. But anyway, not a problem. That gives us more room to descend. Let's have a look out the window. Wow. We can see that we are at the coast of UAE. Very, very nice. Let's actually begin to turn off the lights here. The dome lights. I was supposed to do this during cruise, but however, whatever, at least we've had it done right now. Better late than never, so that we can focus on the outside. There's another aircraft right there. Another one below us right here. Hopefully we won't be running into any mid-air collisions. Very, very beautiful if you ask me out here. And yeah, if anyone is watching, which I unfortunately doubt, I don't think anyone's watching at this point, but if anybody is watching, please welcome. Welcome to my flight. I will be flying into Dubai right now, as we've effectively begun our approach into Dubai. At this point, we'll begin our approach into Dubai. This flight began in Oman, in Muscat, and we are flying into Dubai, flying the A330, Headwind A330. And as you can see, we're flying real time at night. Very, very enjoyable, very beautiful. And I'll go outside just so you guys can have a look at the aircraft and the livery we're flying today. We're flying Oman Air today, just so you guys know. Let's have a look outside. Hey, we can actually see the airport we're about to land into, although the scenery and everything haven't loaded yet. Dubai downtown is roughly in that area there. We're beginning our turn into it. And the airport we're landing into is right here. So yeah guys, let's see. We should probably begin a steeper descent here, because at Ovadi waypoint we should be moving towards 11,000, so let's go ahead and set that down at 11,000. We continue our descent. Okay, I accidentally moved the throttle. Something. Okay, 11,000. Why is it not descending? It's not descending because of the speed. Okay, let's actually manually go ahead and input our speed here. VS here, my bad. Let's actually descend at 2,000 here, because we are coming in way too high right now. Minus 2,000. don't know why this is not engaging. Minus 2000 once again. Okay, I think this time it will engage. And here we are, the airport of OMDB has come into our view, the airport where we'll be landing. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and reduce our speed to 210 here. As we continue to descend at Sarsa waypoint, which we're traveling towards, or DB421 now. We're supposed to be at 8,400. Unfortunately, we are very high. So let's actually set 8,000 here, see what happens. Let's also begin slowing down the aircraft as well. Switch off the auto throttle here, and we'll take manual control over the speed. Change it to VS so that we can descend quickly enough. Once again, guys, OMDB coming into view. Very, very beautiful. Downtown Dubai coming into view. Very, very beautiful here. Look at that. Let's put it like this so we can have a look at what's going on in the primary display as well. Very, very nice. And we have scenery installed at OMDB, so we'll be seeing all the beautiful buildings in the airport. We'll be seeing the terminals. We'll be seeing the aircraft because of the traffic injector. We can also see aircrafts lined up for approach and landing into Dubai. There is downtown Dubai, the buildings, Burj Khalifa, etc., looking very, very nice. We'll have a closer look as we come in to our final. Marina is around there, the Palm Islands. City of Dubai looking very beautiful at night, especially with some of these buildings that we'll get a closer look at as we come in. The port of Port Rashid should be somewhere around this area. We continue our descent towards 8,000 feet here into the airport we'll be landing at. We'll be landing at runway 12 left, which is this runway, I believe, right about here. We'll have a closer look as we come in on final, obviously. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. DB421, 1 nautical miles away. DB421, we're supposed to be at 8,000. Unfortunately, we're not going to make that. Still, again, we still have plenty of distance to cover. Remember, our landing runway is right here. We'll be going straight, taking a left turn, and another left turn, taking basically a loop into the runway. So we do have some distance to descend. So let's actually go ahead and put our speed at 200 for the auto throttle and increase our descent rate to 2,500 in a bid to reach this altitude. Let's actually directly go for 7,000 feet here, because by this waypoint right here we're supposed to be at 6,800. I don't think we're going to reach that, so let's see how that looks. At the following waypoint of Sogap, we are still supposed to be at 6,000 feet. Okay, so we can be at 6,000 feet at Sogap, and that will be on track. So hopefully we'll make that. Let's go ahead and put 6,000 already. Hopefully we'll reach that. Once we reach that, we can turn on our auto throttle and begin lowering our flaps in preparation for landing, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, looking very, very good. Okay, it seems we have easily reached our altitude of 6,000. Let's go ahead and turn on the auto throttle here. Let's put it on managed mode. Let's lower our flaps, remove the speed brakes for the time being, We'll hold at 6,000 feet because our next altitude at Pasev is 5,200. Let's actually put it in manage mode right now so we can begin the descent into 5,200. And we'll also change the barometer to the standard. Sorry, my bad. To the standard. There we are at 5,200 feet, and we can hold this till we reach Pasev. After Pasev, we will go into DB 416, where our altitude should be 4,400 feet. But for the time being, everything looking good, sir. Everything looking good. Auto throttle has been engaged effectively. Let's actually lower our flaps to flaps 2. Preparation for landing. Let's have a look outside the window. We've gone over the water now. You can go outside and have a look, but we're coming over Pasev. Okay, we still have some distance towards Pasev, and we don't need to descend yet. Let's just go ahead and set it to 4,400, our next target altitude at the coming waypoint. That is when we make the turn. Let's go outside and have a look quickly. Okay, we can see the runway lights. The 2 runways at Dubai. That I believe is Sharjah. This I believe is Dubai, and we can see the 2 runways. We'll be landing on the left one today. And we'll also be able to get a view into Dubai downtown as we come into land. Our lights have switched on. Our logo lights, I believe, have switched on automatically. Very, very nice. Very beautiful livery. Let's go back inside. Begin our descent. Go overboard. We should have probably turned on our landing lights at 10,000 feet, but hey, we can do that now, no problem. Our landing lights, wing lights, all these lights are on. Brilliant. Go back out here. As soon as we begin the turn, we can go outside, have a look at the views. So we are climbing, we are descending towards 4,400 feet, and our next target is 3,600. So let's go ahead and set that in here as well. Waiting for the altitude. Okay, beautiful, very, very beautiful. Look at that. We are now beginning our turn to line up on our final, on our long final into the runway 12L at Dubai. We have effectively reached the last few legs of the Puva 5B arrival into Dubai. Let's go ahead and go inside the cockpit, have a look. Okay, everything looking according to ODA. 3,600 at DB414, correct. Our next altitude should be 2,800 at DB413. DB413 is this one, right here. We should be at 2,800, so let's go ahead and set that up. 2,800. We'll wait for the turn, and then we'll begin our descent. Flying the Oman Air A330 today. Took off from Muscat, Oman, and we began our flight roughly 1 hour ago, and we have now come into land as expected. Let's go ahead and turn on the VS here. The speed is still quite high. Let's actually take control of the speed from the autopilot and set 185 here. So put the speed brake to help slow it down. put it at 100 and... You know what? We can leave it at 100 and... maybe 175 knots? Just so we're not too slow. Okay, 2,800 successfully reached. And from here we'll climb down to 2,000 feet, and that is our final climb down altitude until we reach the approach point, and then we can catch the glide slope. So let's actually go down to 2,000 feet now. Let it descend to 2,000 feet slowly, while maintaining that speed of 175 that we have inputted manually. We're no longer using managed speed mode. Okay, everything is looking good so far. If anyone has just joined the live stream, we are now flying into our landing at OMDB. We took off today. Oh, look at that, look at that. We have a flight right ahead of us here. I don't think this should happen. We have an Emirates flight right ahead of us. Look at that. But that's an A380, I believe, right ahead of us. The traffic injector messing with us, but we will pay no mind to that right now. TCAS is also off for that reason, so that it doesn't interfere. Because Dubai has plenty of traffic, and we expect plenty of traffic. So yeah. Let's see if we can actually use the ATC to get rid of these aircrafts. Let's tune Dubai approach, request Class C transition, acknowledge the squawk code, acknowledge the radar contact, request IFR clearance, read back clearance, altimeter, climb and maintain 7,000. We're gonna acknowledge the instruction. No, we'll just acknowledge the instruction. IFR clearance, acknowledge instruction. Acknowledge instruction. Back to the next waypoint. You know what? When it's time to land, we'll tune approach, and then we'll see what we can do with that. We're holding steady at our required altitude of 2,000. We're not going in too fast. We're not going in too slow. And yeah, we actually see if we can see something from the passenger's viewpoint. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, I have also got the replay tool running as well, so that we can once the flight is completed, I can show you guys a replay of our landing. Hopefully that will be fun, and make sure you stick around for that if anyone's watching. I'm looking out my window here, and that is pretty much the weather today in Dubai. Is quite accurately portrayed, and we can see downtown Dubai now. Okay, we can see downtown Dubai. Let's actually go ahead and set the approach mode to on, and let's slow this aircraft down very, very much, and extend our flaps as well. Go to 140 knots. We can also drop the gear. Downtown Dubai right there. Looking very, very nice. We have the announcement from the captain telling the cabin to prepare for landing. Very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. You'll have a better look at that on the replay that I'll play back for you guys after we land. And yeah, we're coming into land, ladies and gentlemen. At roughly 1,000 feet, I'll take manual control. Or even maybe at 2,500, who knows. No, at 1,000 feet, I'll take manual control. Let's see. Flaps set to full, gear down, landing lights on. I believe it's on. They're on. Okay, they're on. And yeah, about to reach 1,000 feet. Let's arm our speed brakes.
1,000.
I believe speed brakes are armed. Auto brakes can be set to medium. 1,000. I've taken manual control. Disconnect auto throttle as well. Coming in a little low, which is quite dangerous because of the buildings.
500.
500 feet. Look at Dubai, so beautiful. 400 feet. Especially look at the aircraft that you can see. Come on. Oh.
300.
300.
200.
200.
100.
100.
50.
50.
40. 30. 20. 10.
And we have made a very, very nice landing here in Dubai. We have a takeoff of a KLM to our right, if you guys can observe that. Let's just exit the runway here. And we'll turn to our right. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached Dubai International Airport. We've raised our flaps here. Go inside the cockpit, make sure our... I can't tell if our speed brakes are on or not. Let's just go have a look at the... okay. Okay. We have it off now, I believe. Just to be sure, let me just go ahead and do that again. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and turn here. And I'll keep it right about here. Ooh, and Emirates is coming towards us. We'll wait for that to pass by. And while we're waiting, let's go ahead and have a look at the replay. So let's put a nice view here for you guys and we can take a look at the replay. Just watch this beautiful aircraft taxi ahead of us and remove... Oh wow, look at that. That is looking really, really nice here. For some reason he has stopped. I believe he's stopping for us. Look at the beautiful airport of Dubai. Plenty of aircrafts parked. Very, very nice. Let's go inside and turn off some of our lights here and then we'll go into our replay. Taxi lights, landing lights off. We can... Okay. Let's go ahead and check out the replay right now. Okay, how about maybe we can go to this view, or this view. I think this is a nice view. Yeah, we'll check out the replay in this view, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's see if the replay tool actually works. We'll be able to have a... Oh, yeah, it is working. Not so sure whether the engines will show up accurately, but everything else seems to be working. And let's go ahead and have a look at the replay of the landing. Hopefully you guys can see okay, let's have a look here and let's play this. There we are, coming into land into Dubai. Check that out. This is a replay of our landing today into Dubai. I believe that's the gear coming down. Let's see if there's a better view. I believe this view is the best. This is the other side. Yeah, I believe this view is the best. Number 18 is not so bad, but the wing covers most of it, so... Okay, we'll leave it at this view. Here we are coming into land. So we had a pretty successful and really smooth landing into Dubai. Hopefully that shows up on the replay here. We should be crossing over onto the mainland at any second now. Yep, we can see the lights, I believe, at the port. Very, very nice. There is the aircraft coming into land. Into Dubai. Again, this is the replay of our landing into Dubai. If you're just tuning in, just completed a flight from Muscat to Dubai on the Headwind A330 Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nighttime flight, really scenic, very beautiful. So we're just having a replay of the landing here. So as you guys can see, we are now over the mainland Dubai, coming into the runway. Look at that, that is beautiful. And we are coming into land. Enjoy the replays here. Passing over the area of Mardif, I believe. Oh no, sorry, this must be Dera. I'm not too sure. Anyway, coming into land. Very, very nice. We'll be landing into 12L. Look at downtown Dubai right about there, looking very nice. The frame, Burj Khalifa. Very, very nice. And we are on to the airport here. Look at that. Beautiful, absolutely wonderful. Very, very nice. There is the landing. Okay, let's now continue from where we left off. And here we are. Let's continue our taxi into the terminal area here in Dubai. One of the engines have been switched off, as you guys can see. That's an error on the part of the replay tool, probably. Nonetheless, we won't worry about it too much. Oh, there it is, it's back. Let's go ahead and park our aircraft into a terminal on the right. Once we park, we can shut it down, get the external services to connect. We can actually go ahead and turn off some of our lights here. No smoking can come off here. Let's see, let's make this turn. See if we can park the aircraft. So yeah, we just concluded our flight from Muscat to Dubai. If you guys are just tuning in, please do check out my channel. Plenty of exciting content on there. Support me. Give it a subscribe so that I can continue to do more flight simulation videos. Keep me motivated to post more. And yeah, let's go ahead and taxi in this aircraft into a gate here at Dubai. Should I follow the straight one? You know what, I'll take the one straight and we'll go ahead and park our aircraft somewhere here. Let's just give it a little bit of throttle right there. Speed up. Here we are. Coming into park, into OMDB International, which is Dubai. Let's go ahead and park it in, ladies and gentlemen. Parking it in. So we'll take the second parking, I believe, to our left. We'll take it. So we will follow this for now. We won't take the gate. Oh, it's looking so beautiful here at night. So we landed at Dubai. This is such a brilliant, brilliant flight. So beautiful here, so beautiful. Let's go ahead and park our aircraft on the next gate that we see. And we can get the external services to connect. Yep. Go ahead and park it. If you're just tuning in, we just finished our flight from Muscat to Dubai. Very, very beautiful. Look at the cityscape there. That is Dubai for you. Looking very, very nice. We've got plenty of aircraft here. Very beautiful traffic. And we can park our aircraft right about here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's have a look from outside. Turned a little too much over there, too wide, didn't check, but let's just get this back online here. Once we connect up, we will shut down the aircraft, connect our services, and yeah, then we can conclude today's flight. Very, very exciting. Once again, I'll show you around the airport once we have parked in. Very beautiful scenery, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And if you joined us late, once the live stream is over, please go ahead and run through today's flight. It was very, very exciting. Let's just go ahead and park it here. Can I see the marking for the A330? Yes, I do see it. Question is, can I reach it? Here we are, parking in. I believe it is somewhere here. Okay, we have reached successfully. Let's go ahead and shut down the engines here. shut down. Engines shut down successfully. Look at how beautiful all this looks, man. Look at how beautiful this looks. Okay. Let's go back in there. Go up there. Turn on some external power here. Logbook. Continue with that. There we go. Turn off our pumps. Turn off probe heats.
The doors verified.
AP generator to off as well. Can actually go ahead and turn off all the lights here. Everything. Put some chatter in the panel.
Yeah, first, I understand.
The doors verified.
Let's go ahead and open the doors up here for the where is that now? Let's get the okay services. Let's get the door forward open, jet bridge open, fuel truck, ground power unit, the lot. Hopefully the jet worked. I don't know if the jet connection works on this. Oh, fortunately I tried to call the jet did not connect. That's a shame. Let's see if we can add it. Jet bridge. I did call it again. Let's see. Did the jet bridge come in? No, jet bridge refused to come in. Okay. Oh, we can always door forward, open up, then jet bridge. Let's see. Nope, still nothing. However, got all these services connected up to it. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubai International Airport. And let's see if we can request jet services here. Requesting jet connection, and it has worked. Yes, jetway is going to be connected here. As you guys can see, perfect. We've connected our jetway. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was today's flights. Let's go ahead and turn off what needs to be turned off here. Turned off everything that needs to be turned off. We'll actually go ahead and turn off our batteries as well. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. A successful flight from Oman to Dubai, Muscat to Dubai, here in the Headwind A330, and we have made it. Look how beautiful this cockpit looks. Absolutely stunning. Let's go outside, and as promised, let's have a look at the views here before we close out for today. Look at that. If that isn't a screenshot worthy view, I don't know what is. Beautiful landing. Take a screenshot for keepsake, you know, as to remember this flight. Couple of screenshots there. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me just show you the drone view before we close out for tonight. Showcase, and let's open up the drone. All right, that brings us to an end for today's live stream. A successful flight from Muscat to Dubai. And look at that beautiful scenery that we are seeing here in Dubai. OMDB International. We've just made our landing. If we look around, we can see that beautiful planes parked. Very nice downtown scenery, and that is our aircraft there, right there, the Headwind A330 Oman Air that we flew into Dubai today. So if we look at that, with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to today's flight. I hope you enjoyed it, and there are many more flights to come in the future. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share, and please go check out my channel. Support me in what way you can. I'll try my best to find a way to put those flight plans out. And once again, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and please go check out Club Danube. With that, we can come to a wrap for today, and I'll see you soon. See you soon another day, hopefully. Thank you.